or rather, good evening, good morning. So everyone, this is Duelist with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Now, I've had some trouble with my audio here. After defeating Bones, I decided to play a few more rounds to see if I can lock some new cards with jackpots. Well, turns out I actually managed to get a jackpot. And it's now time. So as you can hear, my voice was barely audible. So I'll be speaking over this time around, giving the play-by-play. So first of all, I have been trying out a few jackpots before, and well, I've unlocked a new card here. Now, have a look. As you can see, I've unlocked Skull Knight. Now, this is very amazing because although Skull Knight may be level 7, he does have 2650 attack points, making him stronger than the some skull I have already in my deck collection. And being Spellcaster makes him less susceptible to most fields. So, I'm sure this will be like a good addition to my deck. Right, and I remember finding this certain card in here as well. Although it is called Fiend Castle, as you can see from the picture, it's clearly Toon World. But I guess it's called differently for this game. At least for the sake of it. But even so, it is a nice power-up card, so maybe I'll be using it later on. Okay. Man. This is the first time ever giving a play-by-play to my own gameplay after the video was made. I need to keep an eye out on my equipment to make sure at least the audio is working just fine, so that something like this doesn't happen again. So yes, while there's no background noise, you can just barely hear my voice in here. But there's really nothing you can do to fix it, as I've already, played this section and saved it, so I can't just play it again. So here we have both Bandit Keith and Pegasus to duel against left, as we have already collected 4 White Rose cards. Just need 4 more, and we'll be able to progress to the final stages of this game, hopefully. So, you've managed to beat a few minor duelists. Well, let's see how you fare against my machine deck. And yep, that's pretty obvious for any Yu-Gi-Oh fan out there. Bandit Keith uses machines. So let's see how I feel. So, everyone, check out how I deal with these machines on their wasteland. Now in this field, it's, well, labyrinths on almost every corner, and there's one labyrinth space in the middle, and there's wasteland all around. So, only cards like machines and zombies are able to get power boost here. Rock types too. And Bandit Keith, well, the leader is the slot machine. Chronic Sense is movement boost for same type friendlies. I'm guessing it allows other machines to move 2 spaces, but considering this is a wasteland, they can all move 2 spaces. Alright. For my first move, what's your move? He flipped, moved twice. What's this monster? And I was surprised by this because it is the Machine King. Normally, Machine King would have 2200 attack, but as we saw, his attack is 3000 moving forward, so does it affect Keith. That's why he's not moving his deck master in any which way, because he needs every opening to escape, just in case I wake up to him. And look, he triggered my infinite dismissal. Now his Machine King is alright. Kind of minimize my hand a bit. Call out Firewing Pegasus and power him up with Mystical Moon. I still have one more power-up card, Beast Fangs. There it is, Fiend Castle. But I have nothing to power it up with. Only Summon Skull, and I haven't drawn him yet. But I do have this, Force. Now, I realized early on in the game how OP field spells like Force can be. as it not only can help me out with my monster strength, but it can mess up the opponent's strategy as well. So I try to make sure to keep 2 of them in my deck. I wish I could get more, but I just didn't have the time. Alright, time to get rid of a few cards I need right now, and bring out Force. With Force alongside my Fire Wing Pegasus, he'll gain a power boost, be able to move 2 spaces, and mess up Keith's strategy with his Wasteland. But I have to be careful. For after all, Labyrinth is unaffected by a change in field. At least from what I know of at this moment. Alright, Keith, what are you gonna do now? Machine King is still spellbind. Now, Fake Trap is just more of a placeholder, as a way to minimize my hand quickly without, you know, giving my deck too much power. Or according to the rules of this game, if my deck has too many points, then I can't duel another Duelist who has less points than I do. I can only duel against Duelists when my deck's points are less than theirs. As we can see, my Clown Zombie won against Blast Juggler. However, Blast Juggler has a special ability for when it's destroyed, it destroys the monster that destroyed it. Alright. Surprise for you. Machine King destroys Snake Hair triggers, and now Machine King cannot move for squat. Alright. Okay, getting ever closer to Keith with my Pegasus. And now that I took out his best monster, Machine King, might be in a snail's pace, but it'll be enough to take him out. And look, I finally draw my Beast Fangs, but I'm too far away from Pegasus, so send it on my way. Okay, here we go. Power up my Hercules with 2 power boosts. It's not enough just yet. Still gonna need a little something. Like maybe this. But using Force while one of Keith's monsters is on it, if it ever flips, they can only still move just 1 space, as it does get a movement speed from the Wasteland. And it looks like Keith knows. Alright, they're so closer. Alright, Case placed a new card on the field. And you know, Machine King is actually paralyzed at one of the worst possible spots. Alright, move over my Fire Wing. And my Force. Yeah, I gotta make sure to put Force first before I move it. Otherwise, when I set it down, it'll be down face down. And there it is. Yeah, I thought that would be a monster, but no, it was a Stellar Trap card. And because of that, my parent Pegasus took it out easily. Now Keith has to make a move, otherwise he'll take major damage from my Pegasus. Now if Keith does move, or even if he doesn't move, my Pegasus won't be getting much of power boost, as well, on the space key design is wasteland, since I'll be attacking key. My Pegasus won't be getting the power boost. You know, I don't think I've ever tried that with the deck leaders, but I have done that with monster cards or cards on a different field. Alright, time to get rid of a few cards and bring out the newest edition, Skull Knight. That'll be a big surprise for Keys. And there's my Hercules, now super powered up to take out Machine Key and deal some damage to Keys. And yep, that was a big surprise for me. Turns out that was a Barrel Dragon. And when I checked his abilities, well, I got even more surprise. One card other than own is randomly selected for destruction. You heard that? Randomly. So when Barrel Dragon is flipped, he can randomly destroy any card on the field. So when I attacked it with my Skull Knight, who was strong enough to take it out, Barrel Dragon was lucky enough to destroy it. Like, what are the chances? Yep, these are my last 3 cards. My deck's empty. Yeah, I added this card because it has a 1000-point boost against machines. And, well, it doesn't do that much. Well, you can't get too strong with it. Yeah, for this deck, I should have 3 of each laser insect armor with laser cannon and insect power blaster. Well, basically, I have 6 power-up cards for insect monsters. Well, I have 2 power-ups for my Fire Pegasus and the Fiend Castle for my Summon Skull. Too bad I don't have any power-ups for the Skull Knight just yet. I'll need to find some spell cards that can help out spellcasters. Alright, looks like he's backing off from my Hercules. And he's still sticking to this strategy. He hasn't moved yet. There. Now my Hercules can move 2 spaces. And put down Summon Skull. And I was surprised when I first pulled Summon Skull because I got a jackpot. And it should be like a random super card. And turns out the first jackpot I ever had would be Summon Skull. Oh, there's out. Giant Mech Soldier. Now, as I was saying, I was really surprised when I first got Summon Skull, as it was one of my favorite cards from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monster series. It was just full nostalgia when I first got that card. Nope, surprise piece. You may have your good pendulum machine, but my Summon Skull is still too strong. So you see, he comes in the clutch. Dio creeping closer to his Barrel Dragon, and my Summon Skull reaching over to block Key's path. So yep, looks like Key's gonna get boxed in if he doesn't do something soon. Yeah, that really surprised me. From the looks of the effects on the screen, it seems the limiter removal increased every machine's attack points by 500. And at that point, I didn't know that, well, it doesn't necessarily mean every machine will be destroyed. But even so, it wasn't strong enough against my Hercules, who's practically stronger than Obelisk at this point. I mean, look at those points. So yeah, just gotta buy my time here until he gets boxed in, or I take out the rest of his life points. Oh, and there it is. He summoned himself, the slot machine. Oh, another monster. Not strong enough, guys, Armadillo. Yeah, I didn't want to move my Hercules over to the attack because the monster's on a wasteland space, and thus my Hercules will lose 500 points because of a different field. Looks like he didn't summon a strong enough monster. And with this attack, firing Pegasus, well, I win. And there we go, everybody. I beat another Duelist, and on my way to earn another White Rose card. But before that, there's something you gotta do first. First of all, I got a promotion for firing Pegasus. And it's time for Slot Machine. Now we're here, I pulled out some pretty good cards, so have a look. As you can tell, I could see this Slot Machine, Limiter Removal, Pendulum Machine, and a few others. Oh, first card was Pendulum Machine. Next card is... oh, Factory. It's a spell card that can power up machine monsters. And finally, 7 completed. Alright. Now, I was surprised when I saw 7 completed because, well, it was going so fast I didn't notice. Well, when I check the card's effects, it only works for Slot Machine, but it gives an extra 700 attack points. So that's really, really huge power boost. I can't believe you actually beat me! Me! The card professor of the Rose Crusaders! Yeah, sorry about that, Keith. And with that, we got ourselves our 5th White Rose card. Is it 5th? Yep, and we have a new stage unlocked. Now, we're not going to check the stage for now. I want to keep the surprise for the next time. So, thank you everybody for joining me today, and I'm sorry again for the poor audio, but I'll have a look into that and see if I can fix it for my next video. Now, thank you for joining me. Thanks. Now, this is Neolupus, signing off for now. Thank you everybody, and have a good morning or a good evening, whichever.